Hey, fantastic! Wow, well, that's right, very good. All about climate change. Well, we're going to plant more trees, you know, we're going to have better soil, and we're going to use smarter technology. That's all going to work very well, and no extra taxes. But anyway, so welcome. You're going to see Parliament House later on, are you?
No.
No? You're leaving, are you? So, Questacon, okay. So you've been to the National Gallery, have you been there? So you've been to the War Memorial?
CSIRO.
This afternoon. We've seen wind farms, we've seen biogas energy, we've seen botanical gardens.
All right. Oh, very good. Well, look, you know, there's a lot to do in Canberra. It's a fantastic city that way. I mean, it's people think of Canberra as being full of boring public servants, but there are lots of exciting things to see here. And this is not by no means the least. Anyway, kids, I just are there any questions you'd like to ask me?
If you've got a question, put your hand up, please.
Sure.
Put your hand up.
Okay, we'll take three questions, and then we'll do a photo. Okay.
Settle down.
All right.
Put your hand up and wait.
Your question first.
Sorry, guys, listening.
Why not go ahead with the carbon tax?
Well, if the carbon tax really was going to help the environment,
Which it would have.
don't believe it will. Don't believe it will. See.
Yes,
It's putting up the price of electricity, which is going up anyway. And look, price signals do have an impact. There's no doubt about that. But I think that there are smarter ways to reduce emissions than just making everything more expensive. And I know you'll think this is sort of a boring politician's answer, but if you look at the former government's documentation, it wasn't actually going to reduce Australia's domestic emissions. The only way we were going to get our emissions down by 5% under the former government's proposal was by buying a whole lot of carbon credits from overseas. Now, you do not save the environment by giving money to some dodgy carbon trader in Kazakhstan. You really don't. Okay, next question, up the back there.
Two more.
Hi, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why are you so against legalising gay marriage?
Listening, please.
Well, look, I'm not against people having a wonderful relationship. I'm all in favour of people having loving, permanent relationships, but I guess it's a definitional thing.
There's like a lot of gay people in our school, and
Right.
I have a lot of gay friends, and it's really sad to think they can't get married just because they're attracted to the same sex, and that's
Sure.
that's really
I'm getting a clear message. All right, okay. Let's have a bloke's question. Okay. What football team do you support? Yeah, come on, your question.
Why do you think that following Howard's footsteps with the Tampa and turning back asylum seekers is a good idea?
Hey, can you guys please go to the next Q&A program? Okay, important question. Do you know how many boat people drowned over the last 6 years? Too many. No. But the truth is, if people think that they can get permanent residency in Australia by jumping on a leaky boat and coming to Christmas Island, they'll do it. Because if you're living in some rotten, horrible country and you think, wow, look at Australia, it's a good life, good housing, good food, good chance to make money one way or another, it's a very powerful magnet. But as long as people think they can come that way, there'll be lots of drownings. We think there's been at least 1,000 drownings at sea.
Yes, but why
so stopping the boats,
international waters?
Stopping. Well, we are the policy of turning boats around has an important qualification. where it's safe to do so, okay? So they're not turned around in the middle of the ocean and left to their own devices. They're turned around where the boats are seaworthy and they can readily get to a point of safety. So because you're such fantastic people, I'm going to let one more question be asked.
LJ!
No! Did you know it's a human right to seek asylum in another country?
That's the same question as before.
Yeah, no, but why are you doing
That one.
Why do you actually answer a question?
Excuse me, you made your point, leave it.
Okay, last question.
If people are so desperate to risk their lives coming to Australia, why are they pushed out when there's so much to share, like you said?
Yeah. Well, can I see when you're, if I may say so, young and enthusiastic and idealistic, this all seems like it's not a very big problem. But in the last month, in the month of July last year, we had about 4,500 illegal arrivals by boat, and the numbers were just ramping up and up and up. Now, 4,500 a month, that's more than 50,000 a year, and the numbers were just escalating because there are literally millions and millions of people who, if they think they can get a new life in Australia just by turning up, they will. And we owe it to our citizens, and we owe it to the safety of people coming to this country to say, sorry, it doesn't work that way.
So you came by a boat, white people came by a boat.
Okay,
I've got a different question.
All right, well look,
Sir,
I think I am going to have to go back to my office now. But,
Please just
One question.
Just listen to LJ.
One question.
It will be
is
quick.
LJ the person?
Yes,
all right,
it's me.
Okay. Last question.
Okay. Not saying that I don't trust you or anything.
Right.
Just wondering.
But, okay.
Just a simple question.
Yeah.
Why is a man the Minister for Women? And why is a man in control of the rights for women?
Well, see, I don't. I mean, people are either male or female.
No, there are actually
There-
intersex genders.
But stop right there. This idea that only women can make decisions for women, only migrants can make decisions for migrants, only young people can make decisions for young people, only old people can make decisions for old people. I just don't buy that. I think that human beings have an innate capacity for empathy, which means that it ought to be possible for decent human beings to make decisions for other decent human beings.
Okay, that is a fair argument, but actually I was just talking to some of our teachers yesterday about the peer support program we have at school, and what they were telling me is when they select peer support leaders, they try to get a range of different people because like just say if they picked all dancer students from our school, not everyone can relate to dancers. Maybe the reason women can be in control of the rights for women is because women can relate to women a bit better than men can relate to women. Like it just makes a bit more sense.
But you'd probably object if I said only blokes can make decisions about blokes. You'd probably think that's objectionable. No, but
Is that your opinion?
I just don't accept that only like can make decisions about like, because I think that there is more than enough that we've all got in common for us to be able to understand each other and hopefully relate to each other. But I have one suggestion I'm going to leave on this note. If you think that we need to have more women in decision making, you should join the Liberal Party and work your way up and come into Parliament. That's my last.
That's it.
Okay,
guys,
good to see you.
You have to send me.
He just walked in. He just walked in and then suddenly gets the first question.
Here's a good young.